Time.
Three.
Time.
Two.
Testing.
Time.
One.
Three.
Time.
Boom
Testing.
shakalaka, mother huggers.
And welcome to The Tangents. My name's Jared.
My name is Dane, and today we are talking about time with our guest,
Time.
Mr. Shale.
Time.
Hello, Mr. Shale. Very nice to have you on the show once again. Appreciate your time that you've given us.
I see what you did there.
And yes, like you mentioned, we're talking about time.
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 Thanks, guys. Pleasure to be here, as always. May I say that both of you are looking quite tanned this evening.
Thank you.
Thanks. I've been working on it.
Yeah?
So, yeah.
Experiencing the sunshine.
Yeah, loving it.
Been enjoying it.
Love the sunshine.
Bit overcast today, though, but it was welcomed.
Yeah.
That's the thing about weather, hey? It always changes.
With the time.
With time.
Time. Three. Time.
Testing.
Time.
Testing.
Time. Sometimes, you know...
So that's not time
Sometimes. So
time
not
the
all
herb.
time.
That's just to clear things up.
Yeah, time is
Not
in
time the herb.
No, not the herb.
Kitchen time.
Time.
Yeah.
Pinch of time.
Saved.
9. No, isn't that
Okay.
pinch in time?
Stitch in time.
Saves
9.
9. Of what?
That's such a nice saying, though. Like, stitch in time saves 9. It's
Yeah.
so true, you know?
9 what?
9 stitches.
Oh,
In time.
So if you stitch it now, then
Yeah.
you won't do 9 stitches later.
really?
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
With knitting?
With like stitching. Oh, yeah, stitching.
What kind of stitching?
Like it's
like
it's about
sewing.
maintenance, eh?
Do you do much stitching?
No.
With like an overlocker.
What's an overlocker?
It's one of those like 9 machine.
Time.
Sorry, a nigh machine.
Yep. That's the Afrikaans word for it.
Het jy naaimachine gesê?
Yeah.
Naaimachine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure.
Just think about that for a while.
Let that sink in. Yeah, time.
Time, that's
The
right.
seasons.
Not time the herb.
Yeah. Talking more about
We're trying to wrap our heads around the concept of time.
Time is the most valuable thing we have. And as workers for companies, we are trading our time for money.
Cubicle fodder.
Bottom line.
Yeah. Wall Street Journal.
Dow Jones.
I see time a little bit differently.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that part of my time too, but I see time more like just time.
3.
Yeah.
Testing.
Testing.
Yeah.
Like, not
3.
the herb though.
2, no, not the herb, just
Rosemary.
the seconds ticking away.
Yeah.
Man-made construct. Just kind of putting it on there.
Yeah,
Partition.
so like animals don't have time.
Do they? No.
It's not like it's time.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that's the
they
thing.
do.
They
They say it's time to eat now, right? They would have that feeling.
Yeah, and
it's
Dogs.
time
they'd
to
probably
reproduce.
differentiate daytime and nighttime. So there's that. They could measure it in that unit instead of like
No, but they'll
mathematically less.
You guys remember Bubbles?
Your
the
dog.
chimp from
No,
Michael
he was
Jackson?
one of our dogs.
Oh.
Sorry? Chimp. Yes.
Oh, yeah, the chimp.
Was he also Bubbles?
Yeah.
What about Bubbles?
He didn't used to get on with Bimbo. They got on pretty well with each other for many years, but then, well, not many years. I think it was basically when Bubbles like came of age.
Yorkies, eh?
No, these were like sort of poodle.
Pavement special.
Yeah, poodle pavement
Oh
special.
yes, Bubbles.
But
Fluffy.
long haired, they were.
Yeah, Bimbo had quite long hair.
Yeah.
Bubbles also, but curlier.
That long hair on those dogs bounces around. So like a.
So, Bubbles and Bimbo didn't used to get along with each other. They used to try and kill each other. They were really
That's bad.
Yeah, we had
I
to keep
remember
them
that shit, dude.
separated.
Like,
Like
they were
the one
furious
Were
with
they
each
both
other.
bitches?
both
No,
males.
Both
Yeah.
males.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the one would have to be in the house, and the one would have to be in the yard, and then we'd have to switch them around, which would then the the one in the house would go
Yeah,
into the
remember
into the
that.
bathroom, and then they bring the one
Yes,
outside.
yeah.
inside,
It's terrible.
and switch. And sometimes they would get to each other and like have this big fight and whatever.
Mm.
So anyway, Bubbles went to go and stay with my gran in Tableview,
Yeah.
and he knew like when supper time was. It was 7 p.m. and she like fed him every night at 7 p.m. and it would start getting like close to 7 p.m. and he would like start
Yeah.
doing his thing. Yeah.
Hectic. Yeah.
So in that respect, it seems as if but maybe not the ticking of the seconds, but they do kind of have some
Appreciation or
Yeah.
awareness,
Yeah. They have some kind of unit of measurement. Yeah.
which is driven probably by, hunger.
Yeah, they're very simple. They're much simpler.
Whereas
whole
Yeah.
Pavlovian.
our
Mm.
idea of time is like a lot more complicated.
Mm.
Like you mentioned with the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like. But.
Because there's the future, the past. Not really spending that much time in the present always, unless you can sort of try and get that right consciously.
Mm.
But I think a
But
lot of the time
that's the key, isn't it?
Time.
to be in the present.
From a Buddhist point of view, I think. Or just Eastern.
Well, it's the only time that actually really exists if you look at it in that way, because I mean the past is just a memory and the future is like a fantasy basically, which hasn't happened yet, but we put so much emphasis on the past and the future, whereas the present is the only time where you can actually take action and have an impact on the future and the past, which in a way is a form of time travel.
Don't you find yourself sometimes like just not appreciating time, where you like get caught in something like what you're mentioning, where you just concentrate either on the past or the future, and you don't take time to like just appreciate your surroundings. And I think time goes by faster then, right? And then if you're in let's say you're in a like a frustrated state of mind, is it because you just can't stop thinking about the past and the future and not the present?
I think that could be like a factor which could result in that sort of frustration. One of the factors. But
So that's another waste, of time.
Yeah, if you're stuck in like stressing about the past or the future, then you're not actually present in the moment. So I mean, it affects your behavior in that moment.
Yeah, it's like, but then life kind of like happens.
Is it not, or I'm just speaking from my own kind of perspective, but is it not like sometimes just your own mind that is like distracting you, not necessarily thinking about the future or the past, but just talking to itself in a way, and that kind of distracts you from what is actually happening? Like I find that with myself. I do find that. Like sometimes I've got my internal kind of monologue going on or whatever. Maybe I'm crazy, but it's I don't know, like it's kind of, you distract yourself from what is actually going on like around you. Like maybe it's, I don't know if you guys experience that.
I think many people would distract themselves a lot of the time because it's
I'm constantly thinking. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say it can be challenging to actually experience what you're experiencing like in the moment, because we might be like stressed out because of like something, and that causes you to like behave in a certain way and feel in a certain way. And maybe that internal monologue would be related to whatever kind of stressful things.
Like a worry.
So I lost the
but yeah, for me, I'd say like it's general like mind wandering, but maybe just like you're so used to doing that it's just a thing that happens, and then like when people talk about being present and stuff like that, then it's like, oh yeah, I can actually turn my head off and focus on what's going on around me right now, you know.
Mhm.
And like, I mean, I suppose it's just when you're appreciating, look at that tree.
Mm.
But you've never looked at that tree before because you're always like in your head, like
Mm.
thinking about something else, or
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
definitely.
And there's so much to appreciate.
yeah. But there's also like a lot to appreciate in your mind as well. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's shit to have a chat to yourself or whatever, and like, you know, like ponder things.
Mm.
But like that does distract you from what's happening here. But maybe a balance would be good.
Yeah.
More external influence maybe though, for like that appreciation factor of the beauty of everything else around you and not just you, you know.
Mm.
Time.
Yeah, what I was with the train that I lost just
Yeah.
before was that distracting, like people doing certain things, like I think, you know, like alcohol and well, all kinds of things maybe. you know.
Phones.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like to like not actually tune into what's really going on in that moment,
Okay.
because it might be stressful or whatever, you know. So rather than like observe and confront a certain feeling that you're feeling, it's easier to just distract yourself with like something, you know.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you blink and you're like 85. Cock doesn't work.
Yeah.
Male pattern baldness. How is that still a thing in 2018? Male pattern
It's
baldness.
genetics, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that plays a part. I think stress also can play a part, and like things like diet and whatnot.
Mm.
Yeah, but I think some folks are just like that. They're just
Yeah,
old.
yeah.
It's not. I don't think it's a sign of ill health.
No. I don't necessarily think so either. Necessarily, maybe it could be, but
But what about like genetics when it's
Yeah.
passed down? Like,
for sure,
yeah,
yeah, I'm sure that's like a factor as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just to ask, would you say I'm a totally not super punctual guy?
Mm.
Like I always go to places beforehand. And I end up
Okay.
like, I'm like there, then I can like sit down and have a coffee
Okay.
and not have to
Worry about getting there late.
getting there or if there's
Yeah.
a delay or anything. Are you punctual or are you over punctual or?
I think I
in the
can
middle?
say I used to be a lot more looser with time.
The way you interpret time, because that's the thing. Everybody interprets time differently.
And I mean, this is a whole kind of debate because, like, I've really thought about this because I was never a very punctual person at all. But I would say that over the years I've become more and more punctual. But still, every once in a while, if I'm going to be late or something, I don't think it's the biggest. It's not the end of the world, you know. Like, obviously, I mean, this is where it gets very like interesting because everyone will think differently, and like,
That's
Yeah.
very interesting.
it's like some people would see it as a sign of disrespect because it's like we agreed to be there at like 1 o'clock and
Yeah.
now you've kept me waiting for 20 minutes. I've just been standing around here. This is my time that you're wasting, you know. So there's this whole thing where it's like seen as polite, respectful to be on time, but at the same time, like if someone keeps me waiting for like 15 minutes or whatever, it's not like the worst thing in the world, unless maybe you have other plans later in the day and now this thing is kind of cutting into that.
Or you're a little bit angry.
Yeah, but my whole thing is like I almost don't really mind being late every once in a while because I wouldn't mind if someone was late for me.
I think in a social context, I wouldn't mind at all. Like, but in a professional context,
Oh
probably-
yeah. Well, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how about you, Dane? Would you say you're punctual?
I would say no, I'm not punctual. Like, I'm conscious of that though, and sometimes it's like I'll be on my way to something and I know I'm late and I'll rush then, and I'm like conscious that it's cuck that I'm doing it. So it's not always like I don't give a fuck or anything like that. But like, yeah, I'm not very punctual. I try not to not be punctual, but I fail a lot.
So none of us are punctual.
Yeah, I think I could say I'm
Like,
probably
okay, well, professionally,
75.
professionally, we're all
Yeah.
punctual.
Yeah,
Yes.
give or take.
We put on the man pants. We get
Yeah,
out there.
yeah,
We
yeah.
earn some money.
Yeah.
But socially, we're not punctual.
I'd say a lot of the time I am, but not always.
But the thing is, with a certain person, if it's like a good friend, they wouldn't get upset.
Yeah.
It's not like your night is ruined.
Yeah,
No, you're
and
sitting there and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
where's this person? You know, like, oh man,
But
this is
some
so
people
stressful.
are
Yeah.
like that. Some people are like that, where you like, but like, none of my good friends are like that. But some people just are like that, where you're like, okay, it's fine, everything's fine. It's like, don't stress out too much about it. It's just, what's the rush?
This
This goes back to appreciating time, I suppose.
Just
Stop
sorry.
and smell the roses.
Further on, like certain types of people, like some people are like, there might be reasons why they like that, like they're extremely socially awkward or something, and then they have to wait alone with a bunch of strangers in the room, you know, because they're at a
Yes.
bar or something,
There's that too. Yeah.
and then that could be like a big factor. Like,
Yeah, because the actual reasons are not, they could be so varied.
Yeah,
you know?
like in that case, you're not wasting their time, but you're putting them in an uncomfortable position for a
Situation.
certain amount of time.
Yeah, it's a valid point.
If somebody said to you, look here, sorry, but time's up. You've got 50 days. And then, something happens to you where you no longer are part of what is the earth and its ecosystem. Like, what would be there? What, like, just generally, like, what kind of like words could you use to describe that time?
Sure.
Shale, if you'd like to answer that.
I'd probably want to be doing quite a lot of swimming. Yeah, and
In the sea.
yeah, spend time outdoors, eat good food, exercise. Pretty much what I would aim for in day-to-day life. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think those are the things which kind of are proven, well, for me at least, proven to make me feel good. So I guess I'd want to go out feeling good. I mean, obviously it would be nice to tick off some bucket list items. But I mean, that all depends on.
Well, 50 days is a considerable amount of time.
Yeah. What about money? Do you have unlimited
No,
access?
it's just how you are.
Just you see, so that is quite a restriction.
If you had unlimited money.
Well, you could take a few loans
Hold
and
on,
get a decent
no,
amount.
hold on. Let's keep it with unlimited. Yes, you get unlimited money.
Okay.
Just,
I
mean, I'd be.
Northern Lights. I'd like to see the Northern Lights. I'd like to go to South America, check out like Peru and Amazon and stuff like that. Spend maybe some time like Himalayas, like
some of the Earth's like beautiful
The Himalayas.
spots. I dig to.
Wow.
I mean, unlimited money. I dig to see the Earth from space. I think seeing it as a ball would be incredible.
yeah,
Like
sure,
everyone is in that ball in front of you. That's like the size of like
tiny.
your hands together or something.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be into that.
I dig it. Yeah. Would it make you uncomfortable?
Yeah, I think being up there, like, first of all,
Yeah, it's safe and all.
that's
you know,
a brilliant thing
you got 50 days.
to want.
Yeah.
If you got 50 days
Yeah.
to go up there.
Yeah, and look down and see. Yeah. All that. Yeah.
Yeah, but for me it would be too much, like, you to get up there. You know, that whole mission, and
But
then a mission to
Without
get
the
back.
training,
Yeah, it's just like he has a bunch of money.
What do you mean without the training?
like you don't have to go in the centrifugal spinner.
They don't take you up. I don't.
You got 50 days. They don't care, man, and that's just the money thing. It's like reach for a dream. You know.
But you could do this in like get it done and do some other shit too.
Yeah, totally. What do you mean?
Like, this wouldn't take all your 50 days.
No. Yeah. This would be like going to Peru and then going to Cambodia and then seeing the Earth from space and then going to California. You know, it's in the list of things you're doing over these 50 days. Give
But
it a week even.
You're the whole 50 days up there in this bubble thing.
Oh, no. That would suck.
How many days are you in
Like
the
a
in the
day,
spaceship?
dude. Like, yeah, just check it out. Maybe 2 days.
Yeah,
Day and a
But I
night.
don't think-
I mean the zero gravity would be pretty fun.
Oh,
Okay.
you can have a good time.
And those meals that are
But
it's like a powder or something, and then you rehydrate it.
Yeah. An alien space
But you wouldn't
drugs.
have enough. I mean,
Okay.
like, how long does it take to get up there?
Oh, let's give it a week. You go to Cape Canaveral. They shoot you up.
Probably
You
best to go
come
to
down.
Russia,
You know, or Russia. Yeah.
But for the launch,
just because it would be a lot cheaper, and they probably would be open to take citizens.
yeah,
It would be cheaper, but yeah, totally.
Okay, yeah, money's limitless, but okay. I don't think that like Fort Lauderdale would just take people.
But if they
It's
did,
not part of their
or,
program.
Elon Musk can
Tesla,
sort you
Yeah,
out.
Elon
Yeah.
Musk.
Yeah.
But then you got to go to Mars.
But then he's like the richest.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I don't know what I'd do. Go fishing.
Yeah.
Some pottery.
Do some enjoyable shit.
Pottery and fishing.
Time.
Time.
Time is the master.
Black hole. Just
Racing away.
The teatless bitch.
what did old
Giving no milk.
what did that drunk bastard Charles Bukowski say? That drunk fucking wino.
Good for nothing.
Good for nothing scumbag.
Gambler.
Whore user.
Yeah.
Didn't he say something like basically it was a what the fuck kind of like statement that he was saying, that man gets up, forces the shit out, like brushes his teeth,
Yeah.
and then sits in traffic and goes to work for somebody else, and then get back home.
And then you would like drink 12 beers and a half jack of whiskey or something in bed, and then sleep for like a couple of hours, and then wake up and do it again, kind of thing. Go back to the post office. Well, that was that just the character of Chernasky, or did Bukowski himself actually work for the postal service, and that what
No, he
post
did.
office was based upon? Yeah.
But like, I'd like to think that you have a choice, you know, where you can go like, okay, well then I don't do that. You know, like it's
Yeah. This really goes down to the
like, how do you interpret time kind of thing? But
well, as Dane kind of started off with like the whole idea of like time being your most valuable
yeah.
resource kind of thing.
Like, what should you be then using it on, kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah. And like, why do we just? Yeah. It's isn't it? There's that quote by the Dalai Lama, like, man. I don't know, sells his time for money so that he can enjoy it when, I don't know, something about like kind of saving up for your retirement or something. What did he say, the Dalai Lama?
I've
No,
listened
a lot of things.
I don't know about that one.
yeah, it's something about like, oh, we work for money so that we can like use this money to kind of stay alive and try for a long time, but we die anyway. I don't know.
Yeah,
Something
but
along those lines.
His whole, I think he was saying like, it's senseless what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's senseless to to work to buy more time, but you can't buy more time, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Something about that. Yeah, it kind of sucks. That's you can't just do what you want to do. You know, like there's like a plug socket that you have to slot into.
Yeah. Pay rent and stuff.
You're basically paying rent for your
Your stuff.
for the
Landlord.
infrastructure around
Oh.
the rules or whatever, like,
Yeah.
oh no, like you're not in the wild west, somebody's
Yeah.
fought battles and now there's law and order, and
Yeah.
you're basically paying rent for that, aren't you? Like the cost of paying your bills, you know, like, unless you're not fortunate enough to be like inherit wealth or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're not like that, then yeah, you kind of got to get a job, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like I said, I think it's just that price you pay for like not living in a lawless state, I suppose.
Yeah. Yes.
But a job always sounds, or work has like always this, for me, like I used to put a lot of negative connotations onto it,
Yeah.
but it's actually, work is also enjoyment.
But if you can, what's that old cliche? If you can do something you love, and you'll never work another day in your life.
If you can find joy through your, because work, just taking away all the connotations, when you work is actually, work is kind of joy, because you, like, let's say you're working towards something, and take one person, getting a little bit carried away, you guys, but bear with me.
Please.
There's a guy on the
We've got
earth,
time.
naked, and he hasn't got anything, and it's like, it's getting cold, you know, and he's there, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna get some clothes. So he goes and makes himself some clothes, or he makes himself a tent, and those acts
Out of
whatever's there.
like
The
what?
land.
Well, let's say it depends where he is. If he's on an island, you know, in the Caribbean, he could use palm fronds
Okay.
to make a top.
Is this prehistoric man?
No, this is just a naked man on an island.
Okay. No paracord bracelets.
No.
Okay, because those are supposed to be pretty useful in a survival situation.
I've heard.
Yeah.
There's watches,
Okay.
watch bands for that.
Okay.
So those acts that this guy is doing without his parachute cord are considered work. He's working towards something. You know, so this is what I mean when I say work is joy. Work can be joy. It doesn't have to be a toil, or you know, for
Chore.
It doesn't have to be a chore. And I agree that having said that for a lot of people there are very limited choices, if maybe no choices. So
Got to take what's available.
but having said that, there's also people that have changed the world that have had very limited choices. You know,
And
as
also
a
finding
background.
a way to like change your perspective about something so that you love it, like almost consciously, you know.
Yeah, or you
If you can't
prioritize
do
it
what
in
you
your
love,
mind.
then love what you do, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You prioritize it in your mind for what it is. It's basically a means to an end. So, okay, so how much time do I want to be spending on a means to an end? Yeah, it depends. Like, definitely not so a lot of time. Like, it would be nice if you could do that with, I don't know,
A few hours
20,
a day.
24-hour week or whatever, or
Yeah, totally. It's
something
just
like that. There are,
getting by spending less of your time, or not getting by, but like
Thriving even.
thriving, with less of your time being used up.
Yes.
Yeah. On that thrive maker.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you'll gain time that way.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Daily.
And that
But then, and I suppose again, a perspective shift could assist with that
it's all
in
perspective.
terms of
It's all perspective.
not needing as much. So like, you don't need all the kind of modern luxuries and stuff. You know.
But you could potentially do it with the modern luxuries if you find a thing that you can do that requires you more money but in less time. So not working on, like, that's what progress is about. Like you start as like a salesperson and then you become someone who works in the back office or something like that, you know. I mean, that's probably like shitty examples, but like there's progress that allows you, I suppose the system does hold you in there quite quite an anchor.
If I can go back then to the
But sorry, but just if you can find something that you can do that earns you more money per hour, then you could work half the amount of hours. That's what I'm trying to fucking say. Sorry, bit distracted at the moment.
no, for sure, definitely. But this is the thing. It's time. How much? Because you want a balanced life, you know.
Yeah.
So if you have these things, time, like as a modern constraint, and work takes up some of that time, you'd want it to be balanced, wouldn't you? Like, unless you're really enjoying yourself.
What do you mean balanced with?
With your family commitments, for example, or your social commitments, or your or something like
Looking
that.
after yourself.
Or your
hobbies.
if you have any of those.
Passions.
Exactly. So,
Yeah, you would want it to be balanced. Not too much work. You don't want
unless
to work to live.
but that's the thing. Unless
live
you
to work.
really enjoy what you're doing,
To work,
it's a
work
different
to
story.
live.
It's a different story if you are driving this, let's say you're an entrepreneur, for example, like it's in your best interest to use that time and invest it in the business.
Yeah.
So
To grow the business. But
yeah.
isn't that kind of, it could be a passion then as well?
Yes, definitely a calling.
Time.
What about, do you guys think that it feels like time is going faster?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah?
Definitely, it's getting faster. Yeah, very fast. 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 Super fast.
Yeah? Faster than before.
Yeah. I don't know about you, Dane.
It's because there's more life to compare it to, or whatever. Like when you turn 2, no, how does it go? When you've won,
You've only got...
you've lived, that's your whole life, is 1 year. That's all you've experienced. It's a very long time. Then when you're 2, it's only half of what you experienced that time.
So it's relative, it seems relatively less.
I think that's how it works. Yeah,
that's,
relatively.
Well, one of the theories I also read about.
Okay. Yeah. So that's why it could speed up. But it does feel like more like haziness occurs over the years. But it's the whole work thing again that makes me think of that. Like routines get fucking blurry.
What about social media?
Yeah, routines get blurry. Apparently the brain, the way that memories are formed, there's like certain things get prioritized, which is like new experiences get prioritized for memories. So if you're doing the same thing all the time, then it's not, well, this is something that I read or heard or whatever, then it's not given as much priority to form memories, so it's just kind of
it's not its own chapter, it's part of that other chapter, the previous chapter.
Yeah, well, it's just like the same thing, so it's kind of like almost like, I don't know, you can maybe see it as when there's like a noise in the background and you don't really hear it because the senses are just like, it's been there for an hour now, it's like not really worth reporting on anymore. But it is actually there, but you're almost just like not sensing it, in a way. I had that with like a cricket or something that was outside my bedroom window, and all of a sudden I just became aware of this crazy loud cricket noise that I just hadn't been perceiving for I don't know how long. Like I don't necessarily think that was the moment that it like started. I kind of got the sense
going for days.
It's almost just like the brain wasn't receiving it or processing it or.
And you had to get rid of it.
No, I left it there. It was loud, but it was kind of nice actually. Yeah. So South Africa, hey, now, just now.
Yeah.
How many seconds is now?
Don't think you can say. Seconds for now.
You must be able to say.
Now is more like minutes, wouldn't it be?
No.
Just now.
Is it?
No,
I just thought I'd say seconds.
That soon.
2
minutes for now.
But if you had to put seconds onto it, just as a base kind of like measurement, now could be a lot of seconds, like 300,000
It's going to happen
seconds.
now. It does have a sense of kind of
more urgency than just now.
Now.
I think they could be interchangeable though, like when you're just speaking.
Yeah. Now and just now.
Yeah, you don't like. Do you think you're conscious of whether you're saying just now or now when you say it?
I think so. I think just now is quite a lot further away than now. I think just now could even be like
just
this
now
afternoon.
Yeah, when this
now
is finished.
It's basically just a parry, like stop bugging me, and you just say now to gain until that person will bug you again. You're just like now. You don't even know when, but you're just like now.
Okay, that's a novel. I can see how that's especially with the parry.
Quick now.
And just then, but I don't think that's indigenous to South Africa.
No, that's English, eh?
Yeah,
because they mean it in like the second though.
Just then.
Then.
But wasn't that in the past?
Yeah, it's like just a minute ago kind of thing, isn't it?
Like the
very
minute, like
recent.
the space before.
I saw a sparrow just then. Something like that, eh?
A sparrow.
And then she's like, oh, I missed it.
Caroline, did you see that sparrow?
How long you've lived in seconds?
Mm.
Time.
Yeah, that is a...
How long would that be? 30 odd times 365 times 12 times
52.
yeah.
Is it? No, we're doing it wrong. Weeks. Months, weeks.
Would it be times?
Times.
Anyway.
Koala bear. Time. Yeah, I bought myself a watch so I could keep track of the time when I was doing things in water like surfing. Because I had this intention of surfing before work and stuff like that. Like I can't do it now because of where I stay now, but there was a point. And like I always wanted to have a waterproof watch so I could be in the sea and then be able to
Tell the time.
tell the time and be like, okay, shit, I've got to get to work or whatever. And yeah, I bought a watch and then I lost it.
Oh.
Yeah, had it for like probably 5
Do you
weeks.
wear a watch?
I wore it. I wore it for about 5 weeks, but I took it off a few times between, and now I don't have a watch anymore.
But
Like-
generally before that 5-week period?
No. I didn't have a watch the whole time. That was the whole thing. I wanted to get a waterproof watch so I could, but I didn't wear a watch anyway, like a non-waterproof one.
Just check your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of watches have become more of like a style thing now.
Accessory. Yeah.
Really no need to have one.
Unless you don't want to...
Look at your phone all the time.
Yeah.
It's right there on your wrist.
Or you could get it incorporated.
Mm.
Smartwatch.
Yeah. What, like a tattoo?
No. Digital watch. Smartwatch.
Yeah.
Where you got your phone and your time on your...
Okay. Yeah, so all in one. Yeah, so you don't actually have to go into your pocket for your phone because your phone's right there.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing, going into your pocket.
It's such a such a waste
Okay.
waste of energy.
This you can just...
Yeah, right there.
But it's true what you said. It's actually not only style thing, but a status thing.
Yeah. Get a nice big flashy.
Whatever you're into, there's loads of styles.
Yeah.
You could... A watch kind of... I would say ties like certain looks together quite well. Like just... You get all different... Like all rings, for example. Any kind of like jewelry, I think, is quite interesting. It makes the person more interesting, I find.
Okay. Yeah, well, they're quite expressive. It's
yeah.
like...
But then is that whole... Are they just showing off, or...
Yeah, and there is like stereotyped jewelry,
Yeah.
like a gold chain or
associated with a certain type of character or what?
yeah, or you might think in your head, oh, he's one of those oaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Then
this
you
is...
already have your thing about what those oaks are
I
like.
know, but
Yeah.
maybe this is human.
Yeah.
You know, because talking about time, it's like... Maybe it's just... Like we need to generalize and make snap judgments in order to survive.
Yeah.
Or to be aware.
Avoid discomfort.
Yeah. Which is fine, but as long as you're aware of that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Yeah, it's kind of like a go-to for a lot of people. Like I think it goes back to a previous chat we had about like being ingrained with things. And like, yeah, you get taught these stereotypes over time. Three, testing,
Three.
time, 3.
If I may...
May I just... Before you were saying that timing is quite important with children. Yeah.
Yes.
What can you elaborate on that?
Oh, yes. Timing becomes more important because the child has to have care continually over the course of the day, whether it's food or playtime or yeah, exactly. So you need to know, for example, when he will sleep. So you have to know, okay, cool. Now, I can't do this because he's going to go to sleep, or I should do this beforehand and then he'll go to sleep, or you just say, okay, cool, yeah, around this time he'll be getting tired, and wherever I am, then he'll get tired where I am. But you just become more kind of like aware of time. So you're making more, I find, more decisions regarding time.
Okay.
Whereas at work, it's like quite simple. Okay, I got to do this, this is my time, blah, blah, blah. But in life, it's like, for your own thing, time is also like crucial. But that's what makes it seem like it's going faster, because you have all these time things that you're aware of.
What do you mean?
You mean like being busy? Sorry, to simplify that. Am I simplifying ever?
No, it's
A lot of time things.
It's like
it's not being
calendar
busy,
events.
it's just living in our contemporary time,
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
What makes you more conscious of time?
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose that's connected to money. Time is money. So everything works on the hours and people get paid by the hour.
It's
and
broken up that way. It's like
Yeah.
categorized.
Yeah.
So if you're supposed to be at work at a certain time for a certain amount of time, then you have to do that. Otherwise, you're not getting paid. Or
Yeah.
Like, what do you make of work jerks?
sure.
Just to spice this conversation.
Yeah.
Like,
If
what
that's
do you make
what
of
you
them, just in
into,
general? Just,
I wouldn't kind of judge you for it. Yeah. If that's, maybe you've got a stressful job and that's your way of just kind of, taking a bit of you time, de-stressing. You do you, man.
yeah. Do you? Yeah. Like, just. I don't know. Sorry, where that question came from, but I think your second last word was like work, and then I just.
That's what you think of when you think of work.
Associated immediately, like, without, and then that came out of my mouth, not to just then, but oh man, it wasn't called for. I apologize.
No, you need to apologize.
Really, I apologize.
Don't hold back, man.
Let's stick to the topic at hand.
Mm-hmm. Three.
Time. Testing. Three. Time.
Time. How long has this podcast been going for?
Yeah, I think we're looking at about 3/4 of an hour.
We haven't lost track of time, have we?
No,
I don't think so. 3/4 of an hour.
that's 4 measurements of the hour, but 3 of them.
What about
Fourths of an hour.
2012? Mayan calendar.
No, thanks. No, thank you. I've got my calendar ready.
What's it? The Georgian or not the Gregorian? No, Georgian
I
calendar.
think isn't it Gregorian?
Gregorian, is
I think
it?
so, the Gregorian calendar.
Yeah.
So,
What about the seasons?
Animals always good. I stumbled upon on one kitchen wall 2 Vladimir Putin calendars for 2018 about a month ago.
2 Vladimir Putin calendars.
Yes, the one was with dogs,
Yeah.
and the other one was him in suits.
Okay.
Where did you
in
see
a
them?
suit? On a kitchen wall
in
in Munich.
Yeah. Hectic.
Vladimir Putin with dogs.
Yes, he's a big
Dog fan.
animal lover.
What? Really?
Yeah,
I've seen him with like bears and stuff.
yeah.
But
Fish, he loves it all. He goes mad for fish.
so what type of dogs? Does he,
Well, he's- I think
specific breed?
He's
or-
got his one.
Yeah.
I think it's a black Labrador,
Oh, big.
big.
Yeah.
The one that scared Angela Merkel. And then there was just
Did he bring it to one of the?
no. He chills there at the Kremlin with
Yeah.
his dog,
Yeah.
and then everybody that comes to meet him
Must go near the dog.
If you have a fear of dogs, be
Too
damned,
bad.
you know.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm Vladimir Putin. This is Mishka, and she's always here by my seat, but she checks people out all the time.
Mm.
It's like a sniffing and shit. So this dog like came up and sniffed like Angela Merkel, and she's like, hey. You know, just a little bit of a shudder.
Mm.
But amongst, to answer your question, many other dogs, pointers.
Oh yeah.
I think there was a Dachshund in there.
Whew.
Yeah.
Would seem like a bit of a paradox.
Yeah, so just talk, as you mentioned, calendars. I just thought I'd mention the Vladimir Putin calendars because it was just came into my mind.
Yeah, for sure.
Relevant.
Yeah, very relevant.
Were there like stage dog pictures, like in a studio, or
Yeah, they look quite studio.
really?
Yeah, some of them. But I think he just
Yeah, what a
appreciates
guy,
good
yeah,
photography.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
I'd
dogs.
rather get a studio done, you know.
Yeah,
You can afford it.
for sure.
Do you use a calendar, Dane?
I use my cell phone calendar. It's quite useful. Yeah, just like if I've got something on, I pop it in there, and then I pop a reminder for like a day before maybe.
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh sweet, tomorrow night I got a podcast,
totally.
for example. Yeah.
Very useful like that.
Yeah. And yourself?
Yeah, I've been getting into that
Mm.
more recently. I've never used to be a very calendar type.
Mm.
Yeah, but yeah, it's useful.
Yeah.
Definitely helps to get things in order. I find the more you make use of your time, the more it helps to plan, and so yeah, fits everything in.
Yeah, and not double booking and whatnot.
Mm.
Yeah, that's always a
Rookie
big
area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Area. Rookie area.
Area.
Rookie
My,
area.
My Little Mermaid.
Whoa.
Ariel. Ariel. So yeah, we've got about 1/4 of an hour to close this podcast. How should we do it?
We could count.
Count it down. Waste some time.
For the word count.
How long?
You can say, hey everyone, this week we've got 150,000 words for you. Coming at you with 150,000 words.
Sure.
You know, just to let them know what they're in for.
Yeah.
The stats. Like, how would you? It would be cool to figure those out,
The benefits.
and then count down from like for the last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You're like,
15.
no, you would start at
1440.
you'd start at 60 seconds time. 15. What's 60 times 15?
600. 900. Isn't it? Wait, 60 times
I don't
15.
know.
Yeah, 60 times 10 is 600 plus.
I don't
300
want
is
to put in the
900.
effort.
It's 900.
900. So you'd be like, okay, 900.
That's not that much.
Yeah, but wait, 900 and then 899,
Yeah.
898,
Yeah.
897,
Yep.
all the way down to 0.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's
Probably
quite
take-
long. Though, hey?
Yeah,
it's
it's-
15 minutes of doing that.
Yeah.
Like 15 minutes is a long time, eh?
Well, is it? Well, it's all relative.
Yeah, that's the thing. Depends. Are you in a
I mean, in terms
life or
of
death situation,
Are
or
you
are you in the
15
traffic?
minutes old?
then it's your whole life,
Wow,
and it's forever,
Yeah.
literally.
15 minutes.
It takes months to get to Mars, eh?
50 days to spend on that.
I don't know. It's
Okay,
yes, it's not for me.
Yeah. What, Mars?
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
No, sorry, not Mars.
so
Doing being an astronaut.
Just having a look at the world.
But you don't
from
want to
space.
be an astronaut. you just
No,
wanna-
I just want that experience.
Yeah.
I think you probably don't want to go on that centrifugal,
Yeah, no.
the training.
Rather just, what would one do? Fishing and pottery, yeah?
Mm.
And obviously family.
Mm. But exercise.
Yeah.
Would you try and sleep as little as possible? 50 days.
No, I'd sleep lekker. I'd
Yeah.
get some good sleep in.
What about taking maybe the first week and only sleeping very little during that time? Or how much? 50 days, I suppose. Maybe more than a week. and then towards the end maybe catch up. Or I suppose maybe some people would want to start off with a lot of naps and then go out on a bang and just like not sleep for a week or something. I suppose
Better to burn out than to fade away.
Crash and burn into the graveyard, into the coffin, flailing and flaming, something like that.
Viking burial. Ugh, it's a sad thought, but time is all we have, guys.
Yeah.
So we should appreciate it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The cold, bony hand of
The Grim Reaper. That sickle is always glinting.
creeping
Just
forever closer.
yeah, just in the periphery, yeah.
Yeah.
Peripheral, just
Little
twinkle on the
scratch
end
with
of
the
the
bony finger on the shoulder.
That hook on the sickle.
Tap tap.
Coming for you. But knowing that,
Yeah. Well,
you know,
that's the part of the solution. I think. Well, yeah.
for sure.
Or is it? I mean, maybe it would also be fine to just be oblivious throughout the whole experience and.
Who can say? That's the thing. I think it turns out like it'll probably just be individual.
Yeah.
Like we all on our own journeys, all unique. Although there's billions of us, but we all are unique things in this thing, this bigger thing that we're in. Yeah. On that note,
I mean, do you think that the end is like only a sad thing for yourself when you think of the end of your time?
I don't. I see it as the most natural thing in the world.
And potentially there's like some other feeling or experience there, It might not just be like, we don't really know. It might not just be like snapping to black.
So you mean like a type of consciousness which isn't in this realm?
Yeah, perhaps a consciousness or
That'd be
a
interesting.
feeling of like spreading out into everything, or because like your energy would, we are like some kind of energy, and that would just like go into this river of energy that is life,
but your consciousness would probably change.
That
Probably.
I don't know. It's just
I don't know.
gut feeling.
Yeah, maybe the mechanics won't be
you're
there to like
you're getting
hold your
broken down
consciousness.
into dust.
Well, yeah.
The physical,
Yeah, the physical returns to dust.
Are you saying that the mind
Weighs something. No, I don't know.
I think that's like The Soul or something.
Yeah, was that
the Will Smith movie? But it's based on that.
Yeah.
But sorry. That
this dispersing into
Yeah.
the river of life.
yeah, that could be something. Yeah. Have like a spread out into everything, and
just
Yeah.
disperse?
it probably feels just like a huge intake of breath that just never ends.
Like you're jumping in those plastic ball pits.
Mm.
And you're in there, the plastic colorful balls, and that's just all there.
Everything there.
That's death.
Beautiful plastic
for
ball.
eternity.
Yeah.
Probably not such a good idea.
Yeah. Maybe custard.
Add some custard will be a lot.
Yeah, custard and balls. Yeah.
Those teas. I don't really get the points of those teas that have the little balls in them. Have
I've
you
never
seen
had
them?
one.
Yeah?
Have you?
I think I've had a taste of one. I don't
You
know
think?
It's been so long ago.
Yeah.
Teas.
Tea.
Yeah, bubble tea.
Bubble
they call it,
tea
yeah.
with a ball.
Oh yeah, that was all the
Balls.
rage at one point.
Almost like, are they gel or something?
Little gelatine flavored
Balls.
tapioca balls.
Tapioca.
Pudding.
Tapioca.
Pudding,
Pudding.
yeah.
Frog's
All
eggs. Sago.
It's quite stiff. How did we get to that though?
Yeah. Ball pit, custard, death.
Death. Eternity.
Tapioca, bubble tea.
Sago. Yeah.
Big shout out to the Magnificent 11.
Yeah.
The Macmillan. Brian Macmillan.
What a legend.
Big
Number
Mac.
11.
I've been following the test game.
Big Mac. Ooh. Controversy.
Yeah, big time.
Rabada.
Oh, That
And
guy
not
is the new hope
Yeah, really.
for SA cricket.
Is it?
He's devastating.
Bowler.
Yeah.
Paceman.
He ripped the Australian middle order to smithereens. And we're talking about I think the best test side in the world. He's got his first 4-wicket haul after playing professional cricket, or for South Africa. I think he's had like, I would say under 10 games, or no, 14 games. I would say something like that. I'm not too sure. And he's had 4-wicket hauls.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which, to put things in perspective, Alan Donald, it took him, I think it was something like, I don't know, 100 tests or something or more.
Sure. So he's quite like a record setter kind of thing.
He's, as Shale was saying, the controversy.
Swearing. There was a bit of unnecessary contact, shoulder to shoulder.
Jostling.
Not even. It wasn't even jostling. It was like a weird cricket kind of, where a cricket kind of lawmaker will look at it and be like, I will interpret this the way I believe. It's very interpretive.
Yeah, it was very
Interpretive.
minimal kind of actual contact, but the intention was there, and it's the whole like gentleman's game.
How did
and all
that turn out? Did he get banned?
I think he got punished for that. Yeah.
Banned for the last 2 games.
For
the next 2 games, one in
and
Cape Town.
fined some of his match team.
Terrible. I totally disagree with that. I mean, it's a sport.
Yeah,
and that
it
was
is a gentleman's game. Is it not?
But
what is a gentleman? What's your
It's supposed
idea
to be
of a
all
gentleman?
about. Well, I don't know. What I perceive to be their idea of the gentleman's game
Who's
is all
them?
like, I don't know, the ICC. Isn't that the board?
yeah.
Or I don't know. I suppose people who talk about the commentators and fans.
Yeah, they
and
get
stuff.
very
It's part of like the
cricket,
like
cricket
lore of cricket.
Yeah.
You know, it's-
Lore like LORE.
Yeah, totally. The cricket lore. It's like you're supposed to be respectful of everyone, and that's like the gentlemanliness. It's like we're here to have fun and respect each other. Yeah.
And I believe, but then you get into sledging, which kind of can get very close
Such
to
a
the edge.
fine line.
Yeah.
Because it's a professional sport. Televised professional sport.
I believe in this controversy, people were talking about each other's wives and stuff, and there was a bit of swearing, but then at the same time, one of the Oaks was like defending what happened and saying like, yes, we do want to make it uncomfortable out there for the batsman, you know, but even with sledging, there's this whole idea of kind of like gentlemanly way to
And
do it.
interpretation.
Certain boundaries that shouldn't be crossed or whatever.
I think it's because the ICC is probably correct me if I'm wrong, staunch British backed organisation with their British interpretation of the rules, whereas Australia and South Africa and the West Indies and Pakistan and India have respect these rules and play by these rules, but they interpret it differently. But it's just because the ICC has their particular interpretation of the rules. That's why I think he got banned. But if there was a bunch of South Africans or Aussies in the ICC running it or making those kind of decisions, well, at the end of the day, it comes down to one guy. It was the one match umpire.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Of the series.
That's
It wasn't really ICC. It was just, I think the ICC reported it to the umpire, and then he made the decision to ban. Where he could have said, well, a strong verbal warning,
and
a fine, like one of the Australian batsmen got in the first test, or
Yeah.
So unfortunate that he won't be playing, but he'll come back
to continue his form.
Oh man, jeez, the guy's terrific for cricket.
I believe he was splashing people.
With what?
With his celebrations. This is a term that
with
I read on.
With his sweat.
No. I don't think there's any actual moisture involved. It's more a term for
splashing.
like an over-the-top celebration in the batsman's face when you get him out.
So isn't that? I thought that was not a problem. I've been seeing that for years.
I guess that's why it's got a whole term. Well, I think it was on an Australian website where I read this one article, and they used the term like about 3 times.
Splashing.
Rabada was splashing.
So it's like jeering and kind of mocking.
And I guess maybe it almost alludes to like he's so close that he's like splashing. I don't know. It could be something like that.
Definitely not spitting.
No. I don't think there's supposed to be an actual spitting happening.
No, it's just the
Fluid transfer.
I think it's more like if you could imagine that the bowler celebration is a celebration for getting this guy out because we're going to win,
Yeah.
and he expresses himself, and some do it very differently,
Yeah.
and some fast bowlers celebrate very closely to the batsman, but it's I can totally understand it. It's in their nature. They're designed to get good batsmen out, so all they're looking for is to get this oak out, and that's what they're paid for, and they're celebrating it. And now you have some guy who's going to fine him for that. I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, but I mean, so yeah,
Because it's a competitive sport.
but isn't
Gentleman's
there a-
game, I understand,
Yeah.
but yeah, I suppose we are talking about Test cricket though. This probably
mean,
wouldn't be an issue in 2020 cricket.
Would you say that it would be possible to kind of celebrate in a way which is disrespectful to the batsman or the person who you got out?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, so should there be unbridled celebration?
No,
Okay.
there should be celebrations that are within the
ICC.
the confines of
Statute.
the game.
Let me just disclaim that I do not support ungentlemanly conduct in cricket.
But it's so interpretative. They need to change it because it just didn't look like an infringement to me at all. This
Yeah.
guy's just celebrating. He's
Yeah.
pumped up, you know. He's
Mm.
excited.
Yeah.
And he's taking out a batsman who probably sledged him in the first test.
Yeah.
Mm.
The whole rivalry.
And that's sport. But I do understand, yeah, gentleman's game. Okay, it's probably best that it is the way it's happened, you know, like, yeah. I have to agree with it, and this is the rules, you know, and let bygones be bygones.
Water under the bridge.
Yeah,
It's just
for
cricket.
sure. It's just
Mm.
cricket.
Yeah.
It's just not no, it's not
It's
cricket.
just not cricket.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. That was a good chat, eh?
Really enjoyed it.
Time 3 testing.
Time 3.
It was time well spent.
Mm.
And I wish you guys the best of time
Time to
on your
Call it.
journeys after tonight,
After the present.
after the present moment.
give us a Scotch ring when you get home.
Safe on the roads.
Buckle up, sweetie.
Use your gears.
Roll easy.
Ho kop.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Cheers. Bye.
Fastbait.